It's a great honour to be captain of Cork City. I was fortunate to do it once or twice in Dan Murray's absence last year, and something I really look forward to now with the start of the new season and the new club, really. So it's a great honour.
Yeah, do you see your own role changing much now that you'll be captain for the coming season?
Not particularly. I think it's a much changed squad this year. We've got a lot of younger players, so it's up to not just me, but all the other more experienced players like Mark McNulty, Greg O'Halloran, Dave Rogers. It's up to us as a group of more senior players to make sure that the younger players are looked after, and to try to take the pressure off them as much as we can.
Yeah, and you mentioned Dan Murray as well there, Cillian. Obviously, he was a very, very good captain for Cork City Football Club. I'm sure you learned a lot from him in terms of leadership over the last few years.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody knows that Dan was a great captain, and it's unfortunate in a way that he's had to leave the club because, with the players that have left, I know that Dan would obviously still be captain, and we'd all love to have Dan back at the club, but he's moved on to better things for himself, and best of luck to him. And, like you say, he was great over the last few years, and there's plenty I would have picked up from him.
Yeah, and it's an exciting time for Cork City, obviously, Cillian. A very busy week, obviously, for Tommy getting the squad together for tomorrow night. Things have gone well this week in training by all reports. I'm sure you're looking forward to tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, after what's gone on the last maybe month, it's just going to be a relief to get back to playing football. And like you say, Tommy Dunn has only come into the job and he's had a week to get things together. And it's been a bit of a hectic week, but in fairness, Tommy has done an unbelievable job of signing the players he has signed with what's been available to him and the time frame. I think we've got the makings of a very decent squad. And while we might be a bit behind in terms of preparation, I think we should be in good stead for the season.
Yeah, and Tommy, obviously, from last season working under Paul Doolan, he's the main man in charge now for the year ahead. Are you looking forward to working with him?
Yeah, I mean, Tommy came in last year and none of us really knew him, but he's a very enjoyable person to work with in training. He loves coaching, he loves being out on the pitch, and as a player, that's the kind of person you want to have around. He's very enthusiastic, and he'll make work enjoyable, and while he will be demanding, I think he will get the best out of us.
Yeah, and from a personal point of view, Cillian, we've probably seen you playing in every position for Cork City over the years, apart from in goal. Can we expect to see a more settled role for you this year? Will we see you at full back, centre back, midfield?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I always seem to start off maybe in one position, and then maybe injuries or suspensions dictate that. Myself or Greg really are the two versatile players, and we just get put where we need to go. And like I said, it's never been a problem with me. I've always just happy to play wherever the managers needed me. But like you say, it would be nice to nail down a position. I think I played the majority of the season in the middle of midfield last year, and I think that's maybe where Tommy might see me playing the majority again this year.
Yeah, and in terms of the expectations for the year ahead, Cillian, we've been speaking to Tommy and Greg. Tommy says it's all about stability, that he's not looking for promotion. Greg saying the opposite, that he is aiming for promotion. What are your own targets?
I think it's got to be some sort of middle ground. I'm not going to be silly enough to come out here and say, we can win the league. Like, we're coming off a very unstable period in the club, and no matter what happens on the football pitch, we have to make sure that there's some stability off the pitch, because we must have learned some lessons from what's gone on in the last 18 months. But over saying that, like I said, Tommy's built a decent squad. I think we might be a bit behind in terms of preparation, so it might be a couple of weeks before you start seeing the true Cork City that Tommy Dunn wants to put out on the pitch. So you never know. It's difficult to say. If we can get a good start and take it from there.
Yeah, and it is a very difficult start for you tomorrow night, Cillian. It's probably the toughest start really you could have asked for. Derry City away. They've still got what looks like a Premier Division squad. If you do take anything from the Brandywell, it'll be a huge achievement.
Yeah, well, of course, and we're going to go up there with a positive attitude, and hopefully we can get a result up there. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's a great way to start the campaign. You might as well start against the best, test yourselves, and see where we're at.